rest up.
Okay, who's next? No signs of Vuskov nearby.
Oh, try out the fairy flute. He should be able to hear it.
We made it, safe and sound.
Might I suggest we meet with Molabay at the garrison as soon as possible?
Yes!
Glad to be back. It feels like we were gone for ages.
This time, we'll make it to the top of the cliffs for sure.
We better. I didn't spend all that time over in Guju for nothing, you know.
I don't feel any power from the earth spirits yet.
When the ceremony commences, we shall see a difference, I am sure.
You have a point. Might as well wait for the ritual.
Let's rest up.
Do you think it'll go any better with the seed this time?
With Gnome's blessing, I think the soil will have enough power. It'll work, now that we have him on our side.
I am prepared to climb if this fails.
You do reap what you sow, as they say. You heard the Queen. Be prepared for any outcome.
Please work. We gotta get to Elucia.
You're back. I can feel a change in the energy of the soil. We should attempt the watering ceremony one more time.
Spirits of Earth, we beseech you, bring life forth from this barren soil. Guide the alms over the cliffs and to Elusia beyond.
Oh my! Did you see? Get a load of that!
Hey!
Val?
Hina, I'll take care of your core stone. I swear.
Not many people venture this far.
There may not be many methods of restocking our packs. Confirm your stores before we climb.
Aw, but I want to go up now.
Me too.
Welcome. What can I get for you? Are these wares? Thank you. Are these wares? Thank you. Are these wares? Thank you. What can I get for you? Are these wares? Thank you. Are these wares? Thank you. Are these wares? Thank you. Please come again.
Alms, Soulguard. Mylos Woods lies just beyond the cliffs. It is a vast and treacherous jungle. Within the forest, you will find Verdius Burrow, hidden home of the Sproutlings. It is one of them who will become the Alm of Wood. Once the Alm joins your party, you will be that much closer to the Mana Tree. You are well on your way to ensuring the survival of our world. Safe travels on the road to Elusia.
This feels wonderful. A tiring trek it has been, but we have come far.
It's all thanks to the spirits. Ever since Guju, I've been thinking about how we take their powers for granted in our everyday lives.
True. But with the alms sacrifice, we can ensure that mana flows to the spirits of earth, fire, wind, water, the moon, and all the rest.
Wow! Get a look at those trees! Verdius should be in view once we reach beyond this road. The Alm may have already been appointed.
We'll have to see if we come across Eoren or the Alm of Wood first, I suppose.
Brace yourselves, everybody.
Whoa! What kind of trees are these? I've never seen anything like them.
The plant life on top of the cliffs doesn't seem to suffer from the same issues as the ones below.
I suppose all of Elusia Isle is isolated from the lands we know. In fact, I wonder how the mana tree first came to flourish here.
We're hot on Oren's trail now.
Leave it to us. We won't let Eoren keep Hina's core stone.
Are the plants this weird because we're near the mana tree?
That? Or it's because there aren't any people in the woods to check.
Don't get lost, okay? I don't know if I'd be able to find anyone in here. You're mine! Take this!
Get away!
Okay.
Bullseye! Submit! Huh. What happened to that big flower?
Might it feed on the mana power of monsters, perhaps?
A balanced ecosystem between monster and plant. These woods are very interesting.
Yes! I have to fulfill my duty at the Soul Guard. Take this! Salamando! Take this! Take this!
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yes! Taking this?
My father told me once that there's an herb that only grows in these woods. It's a highly sought-after steamed bun seasoning, apparently.
Niccolo sure knows a lot of things about a lot of things, huh?
Grizzly!
You are me.
Take this! You're mine! Come at me! Easy! You're mine! Take this! Oh, the flower's gone.
I suppose it really was feeding off the nearby monsters.
There might be more. Let's look around.
This is kind of exciting. A rare item! Yes! Got some syrup. Taking this?
That was some jackstock. It just kept growing and growing.
Did you really need to jump on my back, though?
Touchy. I wanted a better view when you happened to be next to me, so...
I've been demoted to platform.
Let's plan our next move. Wanna do this the hard way, huh? You're mine! You're mine! Salamando! You're easy! You're mine! Bullseye! Got it! Fire!
The enemies and their corresponding flora have been conquered.
Phew. Which came first, the flower or the monster?
Grizzly! Taking this? Did Eoren already make it this far? It's weird that we haven't passed each other, even though we're heading toward the same place.
There is but one way to Lucian. It does not sound possible, let alone plausible.
You're mine!
With these gigantic flowers everywhere.
Uh-oh. This one's too big to get around.
There may be a connection to the other curiously large blossoms in the vicinity.
Fireball!
Want some more?
I can still fight. I'm on it.
Do not drop your defenses until the very end.
Here, use this. You're mine! This was our victory. Yes! Found you, little cactus. Huh. Taking this? Let's rest up. What new unseen challenges await us? Here, use this. Want to do this the hard way, huh? You're mine! I'm on it! Gotcha! Fireball!
One rival remains.
The large flowers along our way are all gone, it seems.
That means we can keep moving forward. Let's get going. This is kind of exciting. A rare item! Taking this? Got some syrup. Let's rest up. This is kind of exciting. A rare item!
Is this a settlement of some kind?
There don't appear to be any settlers.
Excuse me! Is anyone here? Nope, nothing.
It doesn't look as bad off as Guju. We would know if disaster had struck another town.
Huh?
Did you hear that?
Sounds like music. Does Oren play the guitar?
Calm down. It's probably just one of the citizens of Verdius.
I believe that riveting refrain is coming from over there. Shall we investigate?
There's gotta be someone around playing that song, right? Grizzly! Taking this? Let me see. This might be useful. Taking this?
Gosh, the fairy is taking her sweet time this year. Those were some weird lyrics. Well, I didn't really ask for your input. Get out of town! You wouldn't happen to be the convoy of alms now, would you? I'm Jule, custodian of the burrow, a sproutling, obviously. Oh, you came all this way, but I'm sorry to say there's no alm of wood just yet.
I guess that means we're stuck here for now.
Wait a second. 1, 2, 3. Is it just me, or are we missing people?
Due to some complications on our journey, the Alms of Light and Darkness will join us later. I am Palomina, Alm of Water.
Oh, I'm the Soul Guard, Val.
Morley, Alm of the Moon.
They call me Karina, Alm of Wind, and this pretty lady is Ramco. Golly, a sacred beast cub. Still growing, I see. Were you raised outside of Elusia? Hang on. Do you know Ramco? Nope. We only just got acquainted, but I know plenty about these sacred beasts. That's everyone. Oh, what about the Alm of Fire? Did something happen to the Alm from Tiania?
Hina. She lost her core stone. We're looking for the person who stole it from us, and we're actually in a hurry.
Not sure what you mean by core stone, but losing things is never fun.
Sounds like most people haven't heard of core stones.
The only news I can give you is no news. Sorry. There's nobody here but us Sproutlings, and I haven't seen any thieves come through the burrow in, well, ever probably. Plus, there's nothing beyond Verdius but the Mana Tree, so... Oh yeah, and that boulder at the entrance with the legendary sword stuck in it, but that's it. Huh?
Legendary sword?
Oops, look at the time. I have to go water my friends. Bye.
Wait!
What sword was he talking about? Am I the only one in the dark here? The goddess of Mana was said to have given a legendary sword to her hero champion. But I could have never fathomed that the fairy tale was fact.
Oren and Hina talked about it once. I didn't think it was real either.
Perhaps the kernel of truth behind the myth originated here in Elusia. It is the home of the Mana Tree.
Our search for Oren might be a bust, but we still need an alm of wood. We should ask that kid from earlier what's up.
True. Let's find him.
He has to water his... what? Better look for him, I guess. Let's plan our next move. Got some syrup.
I'm sort of in the middle of my daily duties. Mind getting out of my way?
Do all custodians water the plants here?
Of course. Who else? I have to take care of my friends.
Friends?
Sure. This tree here is a good friend of mine.
Wait, what? This tree is a sproutling?
Oh, I guess you wouldn't know. When a sproutling goes to sleep for a long time, we tend to turn into trees. Every 4 years, just in time for the pilgrimage, one of my hibernating friends grows the most beautiful flowers. The alluring fragrance beckons the fairy to the burrow, and that lucky sproutling gets to be the alm. Only the most vibrant of sproutlings can blossom, making them the perfect candidates for the alm of wood. Our patron elemental wants lush foliage on all of her envoys.
But when are the buds meant to bloom?
Usually the trees are already in bloom by the time the convoy of alms arrives. But not this year. There's probably no hope for the burrow after all. I suppose we all gotta go sometime.
Whoa, hold on. No need to jump straight to utter destruction.
Nope. I think this is it for us. No flowers, no fairy, no future. Anyway, I'm sure you've all got stuff to do. Some bandit you're tailing or whatever.
He's really gonna give up on his homeland? Just like that?
Joulet seems really knowledgeable about the pilgrimage. There's a lot more I want to ask him. Taking this? This is kind of exciting. A rare item! Taking this? Grizzly! Grizzly! Yes!
Was there something else you needed, or were you that curious about my work?
There's a lot we don't know about all this. I was hoping for answers.
A chat would kill time better than my usual rounds. As you wish. All sproutlings remain dormant for long periods with one exception. We alternate who looks after the rest of us while we sleep. As the custodian, I water my sleeping friends each and every day. I woke up 4 years ago just as the last pilgrimage was coming through the burrow.
So for 4 years, you've been watering these guys waiting for them to bloom? All by yourself?
Of course. Though, I guess it's not gonna matter much anymore if there's no alm. Might as well hang up my watering can.
You can't be out of options already. Have you talked with your patron elemental? Maybe she can help.
What a silly thing to say. Alms are appointed, not requested. There's nothing I can do about this.
But how do you know if you don't try? I went directly to Sylphin and asked to be made the alm. You don't want this place to be destroyed, right? Then do something. Anything. Go ask the Elemental of Wood to hurry it up.
You've got to be joking. She's joking, right?
Karina's telling the truth. She went out and found the Elemental of Wind in order to request her position as the Alm.
But that's going against the hand of fate. Perhaps mortals like yourself try to defy destiny, but that's not how we do things up here. Sproutlings take what life gives us, and we're grateful for it. I don't know how many thousands of years ago it was, but we watched your world teeter on the edge of destruction. All the while we waited, tending the seeds as we've always done. Whatever hand fate deals us is our burden to bear. How egotistical to assume you know better than the goddess herself.
Egotistical? That's rich coming from a stubborn weed like him.
He's not wrong to stick to his principles. He just needs some perspective. Is following the will of the world really worth accepting the destruction of all you hold dear? Not that the workings of the Hand of Fate aren't important, but Karina's got a good point too. I don't want Julay to give up hope.
You're a pushy bunch, you know that? Huh. What is it this time?
You're the one who ran off. We weren't done with our conversation.
Actually, I didn't have anything else to say to you folks. I've said my piece. No need to get worked up about it. I'll tell you what. If an Alm of Wood is chosen, you'll be the first to know. So go ahead and look around for that corkstone or what have you.
It's corestone, not corkstone. And that's our friend's soul you're talking about, bub. Hina, the Alm of Fire, had her corestone stolen by Eoren. If we don't get that piece of her back, then Tiania is in danger. Ferdia still has a chance. So use it! How can you stand around and throw your hands up like none of this is in your control? Don't you care what happens to the burrow? Think of your dormant friends. Don't you want to save them? Isn't that worth asking to become the Alm of Wood yourself?
Look, pal, I'm not going to take much more of your sass. You think I'm not worried about the fate of my home? There should be blooms by now. It's not supposed to be like this. Without flowers, the fairy won't come. Without the fairy, us sproutlings lose our purpose. No lives to preserve, it'd be the end of everything. Maybe this is my fault. I could have overwatered the burrow or pruned something I wasn't supposed to. That worry is always on my mind.
Julay.
Here's a thought, Julay. We could all search for the reason the flowers aren't blooming.
Huh? But don't you need to find that Eoren guy who stole from you?
You said so yourself. No one has come through the burrow but us. We trust you to know what's going on in your home. Besides, I'm the Soul Guard. It's my duty to find the Alm and protect them from harm.
Look, I appreciate the thought, but there's no cure for the burrow. It's pointless.
Oh, Honestly, stop quitting before you start, kid. Come on, folks. We've got a job to do. I think this place doesn't get enough sunlight. That's what.
The landscape in Verdius hasn't changed in millennia. They would have had problems long before now if it was the sun.
Maybe Gnome's powers are too weak to reach here?
It is true that Elusia is a tad far from other terrain. The solution may be that the sustenance given to the sprouts is being sucked dry.
That's a lot of leads to eliminate. Let's take a look around the area first.
The reason... Wait, could it be?
Where'd Joulet get off to? Well, while we wait for him, we can try to figure out the cause of all this. The whole area is covered in plants. No one can get through all this. Maybe that's for the best. We don't want Eoren sneaking past us. Unless he's the one that blocked it off?
Val, I surrender. I don't know anything about growing plants. This foray is fascinating. Practically none of this flora was included in the almanacs of my adolescence.
There's no getting around it. We have to ask the Elemental of Wood for help.
Great idea! If the elemental doesn't know what's wrong, no one will.
Aww, I wanted to be the one to rub it in Joulet's face when we found the answer.
Sorry to disappoint you, Karina, but we haven't got the time to waste on fumbling around in the undergrowth.
Dryad is the Elemental of Wood, and well-versed of these wilds. But who can say where we may find her? Would that I knew.
At times like these, it's best to ask the locals.
Ugh, great. We gotta bother Joulet again. Just what I need.
Huh? It can't be.
Travelers! What a surprise!
How did you get here?
Don't you know there's a big old stalk that reaches all the way up here? My sisters and I didn't want to waste this once in 4 years opportunity, so we climbed up.
We figured now is the perfect chance to gather exotic ingredients like Verdius nectar for flavorings and potions.
Besides, this place has everything! Ancient forests, dangerous pilgrimages, mysterious Gaian explorers! What's not to like?
Sounds like you three have a full itinerary.
Wait a minute. Did you say Gaian explorers? Where did you see one of those?
Oh, there was a dashing young adventurer of that description over by the tree. We saw him ahead of us. We did lose track of him, though.
Had to focus on keeping our footing and all.
Oren's on his way.
Did you see a sproutling around here? Short, green, leafy?
Nope. But I sure would love to meet a sproutling in the flesh. Bark? What was that? A terrifying cry, that's what! It came from the direction of Mylos Woods. Someone might be in trouble!
Could be Joulet, or even Eoren. Let's check it out.
Oh, before you go, do you need to stock up on anything? Now's your chance!
Anything you want, for a price. Grab the goods you need to save your friend. Don't get stingy now. Buy, buy, buy!
They're the spitting image of Father in miniature.
That cry was coming from Mylos. We have to check it out.
Be sure to talk to my merchant sisters if you need to stock up on anything.
Welcome! Peruse at your leisure. Happy doing business with you. Come back anytime.
Let's rest up.
Tulay, what are you doing over there?
What am I doing? What are you doing?
We can handle this. Stand back.
We call this critter grapple vine. It was too strong for me to uproot it when it decided to nest near the burrow. Be careful.
It's coming for us. Get ready, everyone.
We need to weed out enemies like this one.
Quit causing trouble, you troublemaker!
That seemed effective. I can still fight. I'm on it. This is how it's done. I'm only just getting started. Behold my power. Still holding back. You're mine. I'm still kicking. I'm on it. I'm on it. Phantom Blade.
Spirits to our side.
Filthy. Salamando. Salamando.
Surrender!
You're mine.
Surrender!
Take this.
Surrender!
Hang on. It moves? Feel it? Good. I'm on it.
I summon you!
I feel sick. Here, use this.
The insolence!
Take this.
Surrender!
Real fight starts now. Fireball. I'm only just getting started. Not so fast.
Fire an antidote!
I'm on it. You're mine. You're mine. Take this.
I summon you!
You're wearing it down.
Yes,
Destiny. Thanks.
It was a close call. We were almost too late. Why did you wander off on your own?
Oh, look in the mirror, buddy.
Oh, now what?
I mean, that you made me wonder if Grapplevine might be the cause of the problems in the burrow. Don't get me wrong, this could all still be by the goddess's will, but I wasn't quite as sure anymore. And you all seem so convinced that something could be done, so I wanted to check. But then I got attacked.
Huh. And here I thought you were mad at us again. Glad to see we've convinced you to change your stubborn ways.
That's one way to put it.
Destiny doesn't just fall into your lap every time.
Maybe. But you weren't able to figure out what keeps the flowers from blooming either, right?
Yeah, we're definitely not experts in gardening. But when in doubt, it's best to ask for help. Jule, do you know where the elemental of wood is?
Dryad? Easy peasy. Let me give her a ring. Oh, Dryad. Oh, yes, hello. Jeepers, you got here fast. Were you nearby?
Oh, forgive me. That is to say, I was looking for you, Jule. But then I saw you were tied up with Grapplevine and wasn't certain what to do. Oh, dear. The Alms. Please excuse me. I am known as Dryad.
A particular pleasure indeed, Dryad. We were just inquiring as to your whereabouts.
Yes, I could hear you from over there, and I think I may know what caused all of this fuss. As Jule guessed, Grapplevine was the one behind it all. It absorbed all the nutrients from the plants, stunting their growth. That's why the flowers wouldn't blossom.
Well, the monster is gone now. So that means...
The flowers, my friends. Dryad, this is great. There'll be an alm after all.
We can expect the blooms at any moment.
Gee whiz. There's still so much to do. I have to get ready to welcome the fairy. Meet you back in Verdius.
He's got some spring in his step now. Could I ask you, Alms, and you, Sir Soulguard, to join Jule?
Sure.
Irregular as this situation may be, you will be one of the few pilgrimages to see the flowering firsthand. That should count for something, I think. Jule's in a better mood. I guess he gets grouchy when he's worried.
Lucky for us. For now, let's head to the appointment ceremony of the Alm of Wood.
Yes! Let's rest up.
Dryad, come on! Shake a root!
Again, my apologies for the delay. I was considering Verdius' future and consulting with the denizens of the woods and such. Now then, let me see. With this spring breeze, I bid the trees awaken, bloom forth!
Huh? Whoa! How unexpected! No flowers on the sleeping trees, but a flower blossoming right out of your head! Ow! Blossoming sproutling Joulet. By the grace of the goddess of Mana, I name you the Alm of Wood. Ah, this scent is divine!
Anything, but I guess Joulet could hear the voices of his friends. Better stick with him and check this out.
Joulet, you kept us company with your joyful singing. We asked Dryad to choose you as the Alm on our behalf. That monster in Mylos Woods has been draining us of our mana. We have nothing to spare on our buds. Grapplovine is defeated, but it will take time before we can bloom again. Too much time to avoid the destruction of the burrow. But what will you do without a custodian? You'll dry up. Don't worry about us. Things will work out. Believe in the future of the burrow. We need you to convey the wishes of the sproutlings to the mana tree. But you've all waited so long for the chance to be an alm. I can't take that honor away. Then use this, and together we will see the future flourish. Wowie, the elemental vessel. Dryad Sprig. Oh, dear. So that's where it went. We forgot to return it before we went to sleep. Sorry. But now that our work here is done, I think it's time to go back to sleep. Enjoy the mana tree, Joulet. We'll see each other again.
Take the words of encouragement from your countrymen to heart. You're lucky they can see you off on your journey. There was no one left in my hometown of Eoren to wish me luck when I left with Val. But maybe, just maybe, there's a chance at bringing some life back to the parish if I complete the alms duty. That's my hope, at least.
Morley's right. It would have been nice to leave the veil with everyone's blessing, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Everyone at home always told me I wasn't fit to be an alm. But this journey has given me a lot to think about now that I'm here.
And this from the person lecturing me about alms and duties just a moment ago. Sounds like the pilgrimage hasn't been easy so far. Thanks for putting up with me earlier. I look forward to our journey together. As short as it is. The mana tree's just over there, after all.
Happy to have you, Joulet. Oh, What are we going to do about the greenery blocking our way out of Vertius?
I apologize. That was my doing. I wanted to ensure that the path to the Mana Tree was protected. I will clear the way. Please give me a moment.
The Mana Tree is...
Okay. Okay. The elements are all around us. I'm starting to dig it. The elements are all around us.
Let's plan our next move.
Dryad, we made it! Oh, good! I shall open the path for you. Heave, heave, and a whoosh! There you are!
We have come upon the far corner of Mylos Woods.
Once we get out of here, our goal should be in sight.
Excuse me, Sir Soulguard? Beyond these trees is what is known as the Sanctuary of Mana. Unfortunately, only the alms are permitted to enter. The Soulguard cannot go past the entrance.
Yeah, I know. Either way, first I have my duty to Hina to fulfill. I will get her core stone back.
The merchant sister saw Eoren when they were going up the jack tree, right? You're not gonna wait for him here, are you?
If only we had an idea of his plans, we could try and head him off.
I don't know the fella, but if this Eoren went to the trouble of climbing up to Lucia, he probably wants something from the Mana Tree, right? Why don't we stick together at least until we reach the entrance? Who knows? Maybe he'll come to you.
You're right. Let's forge ahead for now.
Oh, do be safe on your travels.
There is a barrier around the Mana Sanctuary. Only alms are able to cross it, I am afraid.
What? Really? But what if we get surrounded by monsters and we don't have Val to take them on?
Don't worry. No monsters can trespass in the sanctuary.
Sounds like Morley did his research. The goddess protects the sanctuary from monsters with that barrier. Mylos Woods and the Sanctuary of Mana are all a part of the spirit realm. Or they were at least.
The what now? Spirit realm?
Well, it's a realm, but for spirits. It's where elementals and sproutlings came from. In the past, it used to be separate from the mortal realm, where humans live. The Mana Goddess used to be able to protect the spirit realm from monsters. But when all the realms merged, that changed.
Merged, you say?
Yup. Once monsters began to emerge in Mylos, the goddess had to create the barrier to protect the sanctuary. It's really strong. Strong enough to protect the goddess and the mana tree. So don't worry. There's no way a silly monster could break through and get us.
Oh. Well, okay then. If you're sure.
Every place we visit is unique. Under the cliffs was not nearly as unsullied as this climate.
We are pretty close to the mana tree. Plus,
And are you fond of music, Jule?
sure am. I've composed 1,460 original songs to date.
Songs? How bored were you?
Looks like I got my hands on a pretty rare find. Time to shine! Take it away! Grizzly! Got some syrup.
Not to be nosy, but have you noticed that Val spaces out a lot?
Oh, that's probably what he's thinking about too.
He poses a lot of strange hang-ups to Jack. Almost to the finish line.
Okay.
Okay, who's next?
Taking this. Grizzly! Let's plan our next move. Taking this. Time to shine! Take it away!
Jule, don't your feet hurt from walking on this terrain without shoes?
Hurt? Why would they hurt? These feet were made for walking. What about you? Don't your feet get tired of being crammed in those stiff things all day?
I never thought about it like that. The spirits are calling to me.
I feel the power of the elements.
I can aid my allies with this new strength. May this cultivate our connection. My bond with the spirit's virgins.
I feel stronger than ever. The elements are all around us. I'm starting to twig it. The elements are all around us.
Yes! Got some syrup. Come at me! You're mine! Phantom Blade! You're mine! Okay, Phantom Blade! Salamander!
It's useless to run.
I feel myself getting stronger. What?
Whoa! We're in the middle of a forest, but it looks like the night sky.
Oh, that's right. Not a lot of plants glow down on the surface.
They might be pretty, but try not to fall into the poison marshes below.
Noted. Then we shall stick to the tree trunks and make ample use of the spirit's power.
Got some syrup. Yes! Got some syrup. Come forth. Take it away. Got some syrup. Yes.
Let us proceed post haste.
Got some syrup. Yes. stay on here too long. Take this! Here, use this! Can't run! You're mine! Let's keep moving. Yes! This is kind of exciting. Is this? Got some syrup. Shouldn't stay on here too long. Here. Use this. Got some syrup. Activate. Take it away. Got some syrup.
Come to think of it, there hasn't been an Alm of the Moon for a while now.
Yes. I'm the first in many years, thanks to Val and the others.
I'm not that up to date on current affairs down below, but I'm sure that wasn't easy.
Grizzly!
I can do it.
Oh, spirits!
So fast! Easy! You're mine! Take this! Take this!
You can handle this?
You're mine!
I grow stronger with every battle.
Let me see. Nice! Let's rest up. Grizzly!
Oh, wow. This place is beautiful. The way the sun shines upon the verdure looks just like a scene from a fanciful fairy tale.
I assume every convoy before us has also marveled at this view.
The entrance to the sanctuary is up ahead.
Warren bee. Tina, I'm coming. You're mine! You're mine! You're mine! Take this!
For your assistance.
Take this! I got your back. Come at me! Take this!
Spirits will answer our call.
Use
For
this!
your assistance. an obvious one.
Let me see. Is this? Grizzly! Taking this.
We're here! This is the entrance to the Sanctuary of Mana itself.
Finally! I'm a bundle of nerves. Excited, anxious, the works. But I guess the mana tree is gonna have to wait. First, we need to get Hina's core stone.
The tree is all the way inside the sanctuary past the gateway, safely tucked away from trespassers and mischief makers.
Eoren is likely to be loitering in this location.
This is our last mission before we reach our journey's end.
You said something about a sword being kept here, right?
I sure did. Wanna see? It's stuck in a huge rock. You can't miss it.
Yes! Taking this?
Finally, we've arrived in the domain of the Mana Goddess.
Is that?
Yep, that's the one and only Mana Sword. Oh, and a visitor.
Eoren?
Val, I'm sorry. This was the only way I could get my hands on the Mana Sword.
That's why you're here? The sword?
That's right. Do you even know the miracles I can perform with this power? I can save Liza, cure her of her cursed petrification. And that's not even the half of it. She's still the Alm of Earth. Until I can release her, she'll never be free. That's why I need the sword. I have to change the world for the better. Get rid of the Alm's sacrifice altogether, so that our loved ones don't have to die to preserve the future for the rest of us.
You're saying you sacrificed Hina's life in order to save Liza? We trusted you, Eoren. Both of us did. And you betrayed us!
As the Soul Guard, you're charged with ensuring the Alms meet their ends by completing the pilgrimage. You were prepared to lose Hina then? I just made her sacrifice come a little earlier than expected. For the sake of the world. You can hate me. I won't blame you. But with my plan, we'll never have to sacrifice another person ever again. Alms will no longer have a reason to exist. We'll be freed from this horrible tradition of loss and regret.
Sorry, but I think Eoren might be right about this. Hina and other alms before her were denied the life they wanted to live. His words are tempting.
Val, you can't...
Even so. The alms have never been just a means to an end. Not to me. Their sacrifice has to mean more than that. This world exists because the alms carry with them the hopes and dreams of all those who came before and those who will come after them. I know in my heart that this world is sick. But Hina was never meant to be used as a pawn by anyone.
Of course she wasn't. None of us want her life to be lost in vain.
There has to be a way to obtain the Mana Sword without Hina's core stone.
Regardless, this should not be your call. It is pitifully presumptuous of you to assume you know the wishes of all alms, past and present.
My Sproutling friends entrusted me with this duty, and I mean to see it through. You don't speak for me, mister.
Thanks, everyone. As long as I have friends on this journey who need me, I'll continue to serve them as the Soul Guard. Even if we end our pilgrimage at the Mana Tree, I'm in charge of my own destiny. Hina is my responsibility. You have to return her core stone now, Eoren!
You can't stop this. Without a core stone, I can't pry the mana sword from this rock. I have to bring back the world of Fadiel for Liza. No. For all of us who don't want to lose the people we hold dear. In the past, there were no alms to sacrifice. Mortals, spirits, Benevodon monsters, even the goddess herself, all lived in the different realms that made up Fadiel. But years ago, the 5 realms were condensed into one. That mangled world was called Kidiel. It's the world that you and I know today. With the power of the Mana Sword, we can return Kidiel to the Fadiel it once was. Split it into a world that doesn't need to have soul offerings. The Mana Sword is right in front of us! They say that only the Chosen One can wield it. If that's the case, then that's just what I'll be. Even if it means betraying my friends, my village. I will have the sword!
Eoren! What are you doing with Hina's core stone? No, Hina!
You're the voice I heard from the megalith, aren't you?
Stop it! Hina!
Earth shall be first.
Earth? Give me that sword! I earned it! Eoren! Return Hina's core stone now!
You are not even worth the stretch of my sword arm.
It can't be. Delophos? After all this time?
My. Correct, Sproutling. Your reward is the ruination that awaits you all.
You can't have Hina. This core stone. I won't let him!
I never saw myself battling against the two of Delophos in this lifetime.
Here, use this!
God, I failed you.
Do you think you can handle this? I'm on!
I will ruin you.
Okay.
No way to hold them off! Stay back!
I'm only just getting started.
Summon the spirits to our side.
I can still fight. Phantom Blade!
I will ruin you. You're going to taste.
Here! Use this! That's it! Now don't stop attacking!
I will ruin you!
I'm only just getting started!
Taste my wrath.
It's immobilized! Nicely done!
Gone!
Here I go! Come on!
I will ruin you!
Hey, Dad. I don't know if we can defeat this guy.
Well, let him win. I can't!
Gone! Gone!
Here, use this! Phantom Flame!
I will ruin you!
Here, use this!
Taste my wrath.
Not so tough now, are ya? It's immobilized! Nicely done! Triad Sprint!
Elemental vessel is ready.
I'm on it!
You forced my
You're mine!
Taste my wrath.
Not so tough now, are ya?
Gone! Gone!
It's immobilized! Nicely done! You're mine!
I will ruin you!
Here, use this! I'm on it! Good eye! Good eye!
He's far too powerful!
There's no way we can win this.
All our advances will be futile if our adventure ends here.
I'm all for retreating personally. Trent, you're helping us?
This land will not be desecrated by the powers of evil on my watch.
Never thought I'd see the overseer of the sanctuary intervene like this.
Now is the time to withdraw arms.
No! I can't just run away! I have to save Hina! I have to get her core stone!
Listen, this isn't a fight we can win right now. We have to pull back.
Curse it all! Now Hina's core stone is...
How did a man like that get trapped outside the sanctuary?
For Wheeler Woe, he knows not our whereabouts.
Trent's probably keeping him plenty busy.
First things first, who is Trent? For that matter, who is De La Who's It?
Golly, you don't know anything, do you? I'm not a historian, but I'll summarize what I can. Trent is one of the goddess's emissaries. He watches over the entrance to the sanctuary to keep the people who aren't supposed to be in there out. I guess you could call him a neutral overseer. His job is to protect the goddess, but he's not exactly one to stick his leaves into the business of the alms who come his way. We're lucky we got him in a good mood, or we'd be goners. As for the gentleman who is sealed away in the rock, his name is Delphos. Long ago he tried, and failed to overthrow the mana goddess herself.
Inconceivable!
Unfortunately, it looks like that long nap didn't change his mind about revenge either.
Overthrow the goddess? But why would he do that?
Don't ask me. We weren't friends or anything. When Delphos was defeated the first time, his powers splintered, scattering all across the mortal realm. Lost to time and memory.
You're saying that the form we just fought wasn't even close to his true strength.
That's about the gist of it. If you ask me, Delphos is gonna need to find the rest of his fragmented power before he does anything else.
This complicates our current mission considerably. Given your age, I am fascinated by the breadth of your familiarity with history, Jule. I love to learn myself, but I have not heard half the stories you have related to us.
My age? Oh, right. I keep forgetting how little you know
Liza's safety. And Watt's too, for that matter. We gotta hurry. But first things first. We gotta make sure we're battle ready. I'm not letting Delafos make off with Hina's core stone again. Let's plan our next move.